Welcome back to another episode of Weekend Bullshit. I'm one of your hosts, Sloane, aka the Cloud Cartel UK, and with me is the Tattoo Titan, Jackson Vape Reviews. So, back again.
Yes,
Back
again. First day back to work, first day back to the show after suffering COVID. Fucking COVID.
He's got the lurgy.
No, I've been bad with it. I have been bad with it, mate. To be fair with you. Hang on, let me sit my fucking chair. It's doing me tits in. Right. No, it has been bad. First day out, like I said, back to work. And then back to the show. Feel a lot better now. But what we'll do, start on, you can go first. What we're vaping on.
Cool. Right, I've got quite a few stuff going at the moment. Well, no, nowhere near as enough as I was before. I got the Drop 1.5 on the Thelema with, I believe, some 27 gauge aliens in there. Own boy Mango. I've got the OG Recoil Heavy Hitter 26 aliens in there. I've got Banana Cream Beauty. I've got the series box mod by Tree of Life with Axial Pro with some 4-core staggered fuse Claptons. In that, I've got some, literally the last little bit of strawberry caramel cream.
Ew.
And lastly, my last review, we've got the little Vaporesso Lux 80, and in there we've got some muted jungle juice.
Muted.
And to drink, we've got some Skull Crusher coffee, Death Before Decaf, and fuck ton of water. Jackson?
I ain't got much, to be fair with you. I normally have the Pulse 2, but sadly that got smashed. Now it's in the bin. So we're back to the original Pulse. The mechanical version, as everybody knows, the single 2700 battery. We've got the Pulse 2 on top I've got a couple of Duchess's aliens in here. COVID. We'll get into that in a minute. In there, what have I got in there? I've got juice in there, but I can't taste no juice at all. In there, I've actually got a bit of 100% cherry cola, but I've got no taste, and I can't taste nothing at all. All I can taste is harshness on the back of the throat, so I've got no taste. We've got the Works Battered Aegis Legend with the Aromarizer plus V2 sitting on top. And in there, we've got a bit of Shake 'em Up by TVP, as we can see. And again, I can't taste it, so I'm not going to lie. And last but not least, we've got the Paramore Revived Edition with more paint work peeling off as the hours of the days as the years go on. With the Amodus Annie V2 on top. And in there, again, I can't taste it, but it's the Zeus Juice American Red Tobacco. Obviously, I can feel the hit. I do feel the hit at the back of the throat. Yeah. Apart from that, I can't taste any of the juices whatsoever. And like I discussed, the only thing I can taste is tomato soup. But sadly, I've got no tomato soup to vape. And just a glass of Coke. And job is a good one.
Fucking, that's not a glass of Coke. That's not a pint of Coke.
Yeah, it's little, mate. It's only little. But no, that's apart from that. I was going to have my Tree of box, the parallel Tree of Life box mod on the go, but the time I got back from work and everything, I just didn't have time to set anything up for it. And I thought, what was the point? Because it's all well and good for me having all these tanks and mods on the go, but my taste, I can't taste nothing.
Yeah, you don't want to waste good stuff.
Well, this is it. That's what I thought. Well, I was hoping certain things are coming back, certain sort of tastes and sort of smells are coming back, but vape-wise, I've tried a good 6 or 7 flavors behind me, and I can't taste none of them at all.
It's going to be fucking amazing. It'll be that pull when all your taste buds come back, and everything's just going to taste amazing. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah, but they need to hurry up. I had my taste at the start. Obviously, when I got COVID, I still could taste and
Yeah.
everything like that. Then as it sort of went on, my smell went and the taste went, and then it's just
Shit.
everything's crap, bland and crap. You know what I mean? So we even ordered takeaway, couldn't taste nothing, nothing at all. And since then, it peeved me right off. So yeah, that's me for today. Hopefully, taste should be coming back. However,
we shall
we-
see.
yeah,
I thought what we could do first of all is, because as me and you are fucking terrible at getting back to people in the chat, we'll just go through and see who's actually in chat and say hello.
Yeah.
So straight out of the gate, as per usual, is Duchess Coils. We have Jackson Vape Reviews. We have SVK Vapes. We got Rough McGruff. He's fucking amazing. I love that fella.
I know that. I like that name.
He's brilliant. My missus said she's going Rough McGruff. We have Ern. You're right, mate. Ern's lovely as well. Who else have we got? The wee baby Seamus as well. We've got a lot of the old Americans in today. We have Jake Scrapwood. Did you ever check out his mods?
Who? Which one?
Jake Scrapwood. I'm sure I sent you the Instagram link. He makes handmade Scrapwood mech mods.
I'm not sure. The name rings a bell. The name does ring a bell.
I'll send it to you again afterwards. They're amazing. We've got Chris Earl. We have Cows Irons. That's it at the moment. So thank you for stopping in. We'll jump back and we'll say hello to the rest of them as they come in. But I thought before we get going, I just want to take a moment to remind people that battery safety and Ohm's law is fucking important, especially if you're running mech mods. If you do not know Ohm's law and you do not know battery safety, you will hurt yourself. It may not be the first time you use it, but you will hurt yourself. Yeah, and none of us want that. I know you die from smoking, but we don't want a statistic of someone dying from fucking a dangerous use, or even losing the limb, or just the whole fact of not understanding.
Yeah, they just blow up. They'll just blow up in your hand, blow up in your face, blow your face off, blow your hand off.
Yeah, we've had this story's gone out with the guy in America. He had a sub-ohm tank on a mech, and it went bang, and a bit of metal cut his jugular. He died. There's a guy in Thailand that lost 3 fingers on a tube stacked mech.
So you just wouldn't do it though, would you?
But the thing is it's very much like people don't understand or just want to jump straight in, which I understand. I did.
Yeah, I get that. I do get that.
But if you're not understanding Ohm's law, you don't understand battery safety, there's enough information out there. Or hit me up. Hit Jackson up. Jackson knows what he's doing as well. Hit any other coil builder.
I think anybody, any decent reviewer or anything like that will always help.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think they'll always help. Majority of people out there, if you're not sure, just ask. And I think, like you said, though, personally, when you get to mechs and stuff like that, I'd just watch. You know, there's loads of stuff out there on YouTube. What ohms you should be using and everything like that. You know, because like you says, but just that instant with somebody sticking a sub-ohm tank on a fucking mech mod. You know, you're telling me has he watched a video or whatnot? Of course he hasn't. He's just stuck it on and boom, there you go.
Yeah.
But no, you've got to be so careful. At the end of the day, you can cook and kill yourself.
Yeah.
For the sake of watching videos and doing, you know, getting into it, asking before you even touch them.
Yeah, I can go. Well, we'll do a little experiment. It will take 2 seconds. Right. We'll open up YouTube, and I'll just type in Ohm's law vape. Right. Watofo have done one. Legion Vapes has done one. Bogan. The new Amsterdam Vape. There's Zamplepox has even done one. So there is fucking hell, there's loads. There's thousands. Sherlock Holmes, who's an amazing coil builder as well, has done one. Jay Hayes has done one. We got Squid Dude's done. So
Yeah, well,
there's enough information out there that even if you watch all of them, you don't understand. Give us a shout. We're happy to help.
yeah.
Sorry about the rant at the beginning. I just felt it was needed, that it needed to be explained.
I do think, I don't know how you feel on it though. Regarding Met mods, I think it's more of a thing to sit in the house and have a Met mod. I personally, well, I have done, so I'll hold my hands up. I have gone out of the house with a Met mod in my hand.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it anymore. I enjoy it at home.
Yeah, all
Does that
mine
make
stay at
sense?
home. All mine stay
Yeah,
at home.
I enjoy it at home. If you're watching a film or the telly, you put it down, have a vape. But I wouldn't go out with it now, out and about with a fucking Met mod.
No,
Do you know what I mean? Especially in the
all.
pocket. Even with the buttons, I know you get recessed buttons, the spring buttons, and all that malarkey, but I keep them in the house now. I enjoy it in the house, and that's
See,
it.
I don't even take this out, and this is probably the safest mech you could probably have with the safety
Yeah,
features. I don't
yeah.
even take it out.
Oh, I have done. When I first got it, everybody needed to see it.
No, I don't take mine out. I'm terrible. Even this is only like 50 quid's worth. It's not much, but I still don't take it out with me.
Yeah, you enjoy it in the house, man.
Regulated mods on my billet box.
Yeah. I think that the problem now, though, I understand people. I get it to a point, because I think we're all the same. Is once you come over to vaping, you want to, when I started, you start off with this little thing that blows a cloud about this big,
Yeah.
and then you see people down the road blowing these huge clouds and everything like that, and you want to do it, and you try and jump to do it quicker than what you should.
Yeah.
But you get there in the end. With all, like you said, like you just pointed out now, with all the reviews and the reviewers, with all the videos and the battery safety and the Ohm's law, just sit there and just watch, and it does eventually sink in the head, because at the start I did struggle with it. I didn't understand what the Ohm's law was or anything.
Yeah.
And then over time, you do pick it up over time, and then, like I said, now a lot of people help and give advice. So
Yeah.
don't rush, innit? Just really don't rush.
I think I watched, and this is going to be a major overstatement, I think I watched probably about 70% of the videos on YouTube for Ohm's Law. I watched so much. The only ones that really helped me were the Bogan one, and I can't even remember who the other guy was. I think it was either Ownboy OC or Turk, M-Turk.
Yeah.
But then it was that. Then I ended up chatting to someone who I worked with that done he's like an engineering degree, and he knew his Ohm's Law. And I was trying to get him to explain it to me, and then it was just I just picked bits from difference, and the one thing that helped me was writing it down.
Yeah.
Two, you're going to get the third one.
Well, this is it, isn't it? Because the thing that you definitely just, it's no good sitting there watching the wood, because somebody will take you different to that other person. Certain people say, oh, for a Met mod, you should always be hitting above 2 ohms, where other people will say you can go down slightly a little bit. Or I've even heard people say don't build below 3 ohms on a Met. And some people will stand by, yeah. There's a guy, another vape reviewer, a UK vape reviewer, I ain't going to mention his name, but he insists never build below 3 ohms, never. But that's his opinion, isn't it? So it's everybody's. That's what I'm saying. I think if you watch a good few, then you can get sort of a bit from everyone.
Yeah.
And near enough, it's all sort of hitting the middle. There you go.
See, I don't build below 0.10 just because I know that's what my battery can take.
Yeah.
And I always, and I don't know if anyone's told any of you in chat, or I know most of you, I know Rough McGruff and Duchess and that used mechs all the time, but just your normal regulating mod. Make sure when you build it on a regulating mod. Check those ohms before you put it into, before you try and pulse it on a mech. I know you can pulse on the mech, and I know when you, especially with a lot of like purge mechs, they have the built-in top, the built-in deck. It's not, you can't build that on a like DNA board or on just your usual Aegis Legends or stuff like that. But when you're doing stuff like that, make sure your coil builder that you are using understands what you're using it on.
Yeah.
Because you just get into dangerous territory.
It's not worth the risk, man.
No,
really
not. It's and like even in chat now, Duchess has put an example of a 4.2 volt divided by 35 amps equals 0.12 ohms. Then you know you're safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So guys, just be careful, okay? Any issues, give us a shout.
Yeah. No, you gotta learn from somewhere.
Yeah.
You've got to learn.
But sorry about the serious talk to start the show off with, but I thought it needed to be spoken about. So, main topic time. We never stick to the main topic, but we always decide to have one every now and then. Our main topic today is all-day vapes. So, Jackson, what do you look for in an all-day vape?
For me, it's flavour. Number one's flavour, and the second is how the draw is. It's funny with me because if you're going into all-day vapes, it's always going to be, for me, RTA-wise, the Aromarizer Plus V2. Reason being, for one, it's the best RTA ever, my personal opinion. I really think it's the best RTA for flavour, for the extension, chimney extension. I think altogether, if you put it into its biggest mode, it holds 18 ml of liquid.
Bloody hell!
With the bubble glass, I'm sure it's, tell me if I'm wrong, but with the bubble glass on it, which I've got, it's 18 ml of juice. So I know if I go out the house with that, it's going to last. And no, I really know. It's cracking. It's cracking. Mouth to lung tanks, because I do like a mouth to lung tank, but it's, for me with mouth to lung, I like a tight draw, but I like a bit of air behind it. I don't want to be sucking the coil in my gob.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's more of a It's more of like a open mouth to lung type.
Yeah, thing. It's like you've got the ether RTA, and I've got the ether behind here. You like it with the pinhole adapter in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't. I think with the pinhole in, like I just says, I'm sucking that fucking hard. Eventually, the coil's going to fucking come out and come through the hole in your mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like it without the insert in the middle, and I like air. So I like the restriction, but I still like the air.
Yeah.
So for mouth to lung wise, I'm always changing day to day. So it's something different each day. The one thing I don't vape is pods. I don't. Yeah. I've tried pods. Don't get me wrong. I've not tried all the pods out there. I haven't. I've tried like the Wenex kit and stuff like that, and I don't think pods are aimed at people that's coming across from cigarettes. The problem with a lot of pod kits out there, they don't work. And what I mean by they don't work is, yes, they create vapor, but they're not the nearest thing off a cigarette, because they are far too airy. I mean, when if you go back to smoking, I think with smoking you get that tight draw straight away, don't you? You get the tight draw coming in. I'm not on about the hit. I'm on about the draw, and I think a lot of pods out there don't produce that. I really don't. I don't vape sub-ohm tanks. I think they're garbage. I think they're shit. I think they're at the peak now where I don't think you're going to get no better. They keep bringing out these coils with, we've got 2 pieces of mesh in this coil, it's better. And I really don't think it is. I really don't think it is. So it's all day vapes. I think it fluctuates, doesn't it? Yeah. If you're getting into what you want to vape all day, I think I go through stages where you vape something, you think it's the best thing since sliced bread, and then you come on to something else, and then you vape over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's all well and good, but I do think, and I've said it many times, a lot of the older stuff, like the Goon, the Goon RDA is probably, you've got to say it's probably, if not the best RDA ever.
It's up there.
I do think a lot of people would agree with me.
Blue Eyed Goon was an innovator. He was the first ones to do stuff like that, really.
So now I think everybody's got their personal preference, how they like the draw, how they like the air coming in. I do think it's personal preference. Obviously, a lot of people might think, "Oh, I'm talking bullshit," and this is the best thing. So that is the good thing about vaping. There's so many different things out there for everybody because we all like different things.
Yeah.
But as long as I've got a decent mouth to lung tank and a decent direct lung, happy days. Jobs are good done. How about you? Because you're into fucking billet boxes, ain't you?
I've got a bridged 1.2 on the way.
How much was that? About 40 quid.
Huh?
How much was that? About 40 quid or more?
40 quid?
Go on, how much?
No comment.
80 quid.
No, up.
About
Couple of hundred
120.
quid.
You're taking a piss, ain't you?
No.
For a little thing that goes inside.
Yeah.
Mate, I could have made you one for a tenner.
But we
Oh.
shouldn't really talk about this, but I managed to get a clone of the bridged,
Oh yeah.
and that was £29 for a clone.
Mate, if it works, it works. I'm all for clones. I don't care what people say.
Yeah, well,
My
my
ma-
Haku Zeta in my billet box is a clone, and that works fucking brilliantly.
Well, this is it. I think if it works, it works. We ain't all fucking millionaires and can afford things. So,
No.
the way you look at it, anyway, whatever's out, whatever comes out from genuine companies, they've cloned it off somebody else, and somebody else cloned and cloned and cloned. So it's always cloned somewhere down the fucking line.
Yeah. Well, I got down the billet box rabbit hole, should we say, probably about a year ago, thanks to a certain Israeli vapor called Igal Vapes. I don't know if you heard of him.
No.
He was posting, him and Craven Vapor and Kosher Coils. They love their billet box stuff, but they have like the high end stuff. Oh, they look beautiful, and they were posting pictures, and me being me, like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. And then Egal convinced me in the space of about an hour to buy a billet box after looking at it for about 6 months. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to buy it. So I treated myself to my own birthday present and got myself a billet box. But I've been quite lucky. Only recently I've actually bought stuff for it, because you can spend a fortune on billet
Well, this
boxes.
is it, isn't it?
£90, £200 on panels. But yeah, my billet box is one of my favourite little things. The
Well, that's
flavour
it,
of
isn't
it
it?
is incredible. That if you build it and wick it right, it's great. But what people don't tell you is when you watch shit in videos, it looks quite big, and it turns up at your door, and you have to put your fucking glasses on to see it. You're like, what? This thing's tiny. But yeah, like, pardon me, the build deck is, I can't even show you. It's like this big,
Mini, innit? Minute.
tiny.
Yeah.
But I use that daily. That sits in my car. It comes with me everywhere. It's great for a little pocket device because it's literally like this big.
Yeah.
Or in the car, I use my ether, which I better move that out of the way of the light because it's going to fucking heat up the liquid. That's great for the car. Work-wise, for years it was the Drag 2 with the passage. You guys saw that, my little work banger, and that lasted me forever. I can't do RTAs at work
Why not?
because I'm a weirdo.
What do you mean?
I take 2 to 3 different liquids to work. In the morning, okay, you're going to laugh at this. Every morning, I get to work, I get me coffee, and I have me custards, liquids, or my bakeries, and I sit outside, have me coffee, and vape a bit of custard. Then I go in and I clean it off and I'll re-wick and I'll then turn to a fruit. So throughout the day, I'm on like fruits and candies and stuff like that. Then I will change probably around lunchtime to something else for the way home. And
I
then
can't believe that rigmarole, man.
and then I come home and then I just use my Mex.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really weird. I can't stick with one liquid all day. I have to
Oh, okay.
change.
Work, I only take the one. Well, I take two devices, take them after long, and that's always take the Aromerizer Plus.
Yeah.
And obviously, the Aromerizer Plus, I can't just tip all the fucking liquid away and stick another fucking flavour in and take over. But the thing with me, I'm different to you because you vape many different flavors, don't you?
Yeah,
You ain't got 1 or 2 flavors. You fucking vape about 100 a fucking week.
yeah. Mine's just goes all the way.
I can't do it. There's an, I've got a lot of liquids obviously up here and behind me, and half of them they're just for show. I've vaped them, I don't like them, or I've vaped them till the bottle's gone, and that's it. I can't. I'm very funny when it comes to flavors because
All my liquids are like a quarter, half full. I'll vape a little bit
yeah,
and then change it. I think it is mainly because a couple of years ago I got really bad vapor stuff, really bad, and it made me panic because I couldn't fucking taste anything. Like with you, like when you're saying you can't taste it, I couldn't taste anything either, and it panicked me so much that loads I got on the old Google and just vaped it all day and checked it out all day, just panicking, and they said just make sure you change your liquids. You don't
yeah,
get so me just subconsciously I'll be vaping it for like an hour or two. I'm like, no, I need to change, and then I'll change it again. But I like the taste of fresh cotton, a new liquid with clean coils.
do ya?
I love it.
See, I don't. I like even no matter how I wick it, new coils, put your new coils in, wick it. I like it when it's probably gone for about 5 mil. That's when I like it.
Really?
Yeah, I
What cotton
love
do
it.
you use?
At the minute, I'm using God's cotton.
I see. I couldn't get on with good cotton.
God's cotton, I would say use on
Is that like
RTA.
the gold packet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm using that, obviously God's cotton at the minute. I tell you what's good cotton. I don't know if I've got any left. Banging cotton, muscle cotton.
I haven't even heard of it.
You been shits and giggles,
No.
mate? That's banging. That is
See,
banging.
since I started vaping to this day,
I don't like that cotton bacon.
it's
I
the
don't
only
like
thing I
it.
can use. And thanks, Ruff McGruff. I'm not the only weirdo that does it.
I can't be doing that. Yeah, I think God's cotton's better for RTAs. I find it a little bit more finer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, but you can't go wrong with Muji. I've still got Muji here.
Is that when you peel the front and peel the back?
Yeah, and then obviously Scottish roll it, pull it out, refix it. You can't go wrong
See,
with
I
it.
Scottish roll cotton bacon.
Do you?
I put it all apart. So it's one big sheet and then I cut it up.
Ah, yeah.
So
I find with
I've
that,
only got a little bit left over there, but I put it into pots. So I've just got sheets that I pull out. And
do you not find it takes a little bit for breaking?
No, not if you pull it apart.
I've never tried that. I'll have
If
to
you
try
just pull
that.
it out and you just curl it and pull it through, yeah, it's a bit of a bastard. But I put
Yeah,
it, because before it used to take me like 10, 15 minutes to do it. Now it only takes me about 5, 6 minutes. I just
yeah,
pre-do one sheet
doing it.
and it lasts so much longer and there's less wastage. And that's what I use on all my coils now. Because it's quicker saturation, I get better flavour, and I can cycle my cotton better.
Yeah, no, it is strange. And like I said, that's the thing with vaping. You like it instantly off the get go.
Yeah,
But I like it when it's been through 5 mils juice. I think then it starts shining for me. And I
yeah,
think obviously other people will be different as well. They'll like it from the get go. Although some people like it after 2 or 3 tanks, don't they?
yeah. Oh,
But,
what's Ern saying? Bravo cotton is comparable to cotton bacon prime. I've never heard of Bravo cotton. Have
you
you?
know, I've never heard of that.
I've never even heard of it. I'll have to have a
The other,
Google of that.
I'm trying to think. No, there was another cotton I used to use. I can't remember what it was called. It was pretty good.
The worst cotton in the world, and I'm really sorry if you're watching, is swag.
Really? I
Oh,
found that was all right.
that was fucking horrendous. A, for the price, you got fucking nothing in there. And
Mm.
B, when you cut it off, you realise that it's just clumps. It's all clumped up.
Yeah, yeah, it is
And
clumps.
and that's
You do
fucking
lose.
terrible for any sort of wicking.
What I know, what I remember when I use swag is a lot of it goes to waste because it's clumped.
And there's
So the
not a lot
time
in
you,
there.
yeah, no, in your little thing, a lot of places do it next to nothing though now, don't they? I think you can go and get it cheap, literally a couple of quid now because nobody buys it.
I get 2 of these off Amazon for £7.
Yeah, you see, you can't moan at that, can you?
And I've had no issues with that. And that'll last me, 2 packets will last me 2.5, 3 months.
So you can't moan at that. More, I don't go. How often do you work? Well, you work fucking every day, don't you?
Yeah, I do about. Well, I mix and match. I do between 4 and 6 days a week, and I do 10-hour shifts. So I'm out of the house for 13 hours.
Shit, man.
But
I wick as least as possible.
I really enjoy wicking.
Really?
Yep. When I rebuild something, say for instance I'm rebuilding this, I will make sure I spend about 15 minutes rebuilding it.
Oh, I'm not that bad.
I'll take
See,
it out, I'll clean it, I'll dry it, I'll get the coils in, and I'll spend ages sitting there moving it, just getting it just perfect. And then I'll sit there for ages wicking it, and I won't move forward until I'm happy with what I've got.
See, that's mad, isn't it?
I'm a bit of a weird one.
Obviously, I should probably wick more than what I should, but I normally have obviously my all-day vapes, like we just said. But then when I test stuff to review it,
Yeah.
I literally wick it up. What you see on the video is me wicking it up. I don't retake it out and re-wick it. It's what you get.
Yeah.
And then I'll vape it, and then 9 times out of 10, it all comes back out, gets washed, and put away again. That's it. That's all I do. And obviously, since I've been using your coils, I don't need to. I don't need to keep looking dry burning them and getting all the shit and the corruption off. It's very, very rare. Like I says in the Aromarizer Plus, they're still the original aliens that got put in here in December.
They're still going strong.
And they're still going strong. Yes, I've re-wicked it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'd be a bit worried if
it. But coil-wise, I've cleaned them once.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I don't need to.
I'm happy with how they maintain, and even with because I use some quite heavy custody liquids, and these I've got to be honest, I haven't re-wicked these in 2 days. It's just because it's been sitting aside, but I've only cleaned these coils once, and I've had these in there about 4.5, 5 weeks.
So you can't make that. You can't make that at all. I will touch on while we're talking about coils. I would just like to say thank you to Duchess. I've not got back to you properly, mate, with my thoughts and opinions on your coils because my first thought you wouldn't have wanted to know, mate. Right, and I'll be honest with you. Obviously, for people out there who don't realise, I did get sent coils off Dutch's coils to try some of his aliens and whatnot, and a couple of Martelon coils. I put his first set of aliens in a build, but it's going to come across wrong. I nearly fainted. No, I thought it was the coil, but it weren't the coil, Duchess. I found out I had COVID, hence why I thought I was going to faint.
She texted you, was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with these?" I was like, "Mate, they're fine." And you were like, "Oh, by the way, I've got COVID now."
Well, this is it, because obviously I built I can't remember what tank it was, but it was a tank. And I put his coils in, wicked it up, cracking job. And I just sat here and I had a vape. And every breath I was taking, I thought, fucking hell, what's on these coils? I feel like I'm going to faint. I felt that bad, that ill. And obviously, since there, the same day, I tested positive to COVID, which explains it. And then obviously, since I can't taste nothing off any coil at all, so I can't give you my opinion just yet. How the heating up lovely and everything like that. Don't get me wrong. It's just I can't get no taste off not just your coils, but anyone's coils because I've got no taste or smell. So I will get back to you and give you my thoughts and opinions on that, Duchess. But I thought I'd be honest and open, mate. Because I originally thought you did give me COVID.
COVID coils.
No, but it was when I first put them in the build, and I don't know, you inhale and literally off one inhale, I thought, okay, now I need to lie down. I'm gonna faint. Honestly, I thought, fucking hell, it was that bad. And then obviously it was the same. I'm sure it was the same day I got tested.
Yeah, because she texted me later on in the evening saying, "Fuck, I've got COVID."
Yeah, which obviously explains everything.
Yeah.
But I will give you my opinion once I can actually taste It's just at the minute I can't. I've tried everything. I've even tried. I'm very like you know. I like icy vapes. I've put one bottle. I tried. It was 100%. It was this one I put in, where it's 120 ml bottle. So it's got 2 nicotine shots in. I ended up tipping quite a bit away, and I ended up putting. I'm sure if don't hold me to it, it was about 22 ml of cool harderin.
Oh,
Right in that, and people are going to
shit.
think, oh, you can't do that. Well, I did, and I can't taste any ice at all. Can't taste nothing. So
You
that
what?
I
As soon
can't.
as you get your taste buds, does it give you brain freeze?
Well, that's what I thought. I thought I'd overload it, if anything, with cool harder and try and get a bit of a taste there. And
Yeah.
I get nothing. I get nothing. It
Fuck.
vapes like there's nothing in it at all. It's just like air, if that makes sense. And it's
Huh.
warm. It's not even fucking cold. It peeved me off a little bit. But no, I thought I'd mention it to him anyway, because I will let him know.
Right. So next question for you. So
Go
I'm
on.
just going to batter you with questions now. What is your favourite profile? If you had to
What,
choose your perfect liquid, what would it be?
what if I could make? What do you mean by that? Brought liquid, or if I could make it?
Bought or made? If someone said to you, "We'll get you your perfect liquid," what would it have in it? Put you on the spot now.
Well, straight away it's got to be hammered with ice, cool harder. I need a lot, and I don't mean a little bit, a little splash. I need a lot. I like that the ice here is the better, so it's got to have decent amount of ice in it. It fruit. I love my fruit, so it's got to be sort of a pineapple, sort of a kiwi, pineapple, kiwi, pear, along them sorts of line. The best juice, my favourite juice of all time, is Congo Bongo, which is your sort of, if you're in the UK, your Lilt or your Mountain Dew, put them together, bam. That's my best liquid ever, and I could vape that every day, every device. I wouldn't bother me. It's just dessert wise, I can't. I can appreciate. Don't get me wrong. I can taste decent desserts. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I just don't like vaping them. I really don't. And it sounds stupid. It's like people love strawberry vapes and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's me with my head. Would you go and get a strawberry, put it in the microwave, heat it up, and then eat it hot? I surely wouldn't.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
If it's
I
meant
know
for something,
people.
you can.
Yeah, but it's like going to get an apple, right?
Fuck off,
People do.
Duchess. Go on, mate. Sorry.
Right. It's like an apple. If I was to eat an apple, I'd eat it cold. I'd just pick the apple up and eat it. I don't want my apple hot.
But if you're getting it as a in like a dessert, it'd be like an apple pie, and you wouldn't. And a hot apple
The
pie.
problem, I think, the thing with me, I think the big thing with me, what's put me off with dessert flavors is thousands of juices out there with a dessert have overcoated it with that bakery note. Whatever it is, if it's apple pie, if it's flan cake or whatever, they overhammer it with a bakery note in it. Because the first thing, you take the cap off and you get that boom bakery note straight away,
Yeah.
and then you get that vaping, and then you get the flavors out. Where there was a liquid that I tried, like with that TVP juice. There's it's called tartanberry, so it's strawberry custard.
Yeah.
Now, you wouldn't think I'd like it, but they've held back on that bakery note, so you don't get that bakery note. It's muted, and that's me. That's how I like it. But there's
Yeah.
not many bakery notes out there, bakery juices out there that haven't got that big oomph bakery note. I don't like it. I don't like the smell. I
Yeah.
don't like the taste. You know, like especially with cheesecakes.
Yeah.
As soon as whatever cheesecake you've got, you take the top off, and you've got that oomph, that massive bakery note, and that's
Yeah.
it. Does it for me? I don't want to vape it.
Well, I
I
quit
really
on
don't.
strawberry cheesecake.
I can't. You know, the last one I had was that fucking. Was it? We're going back a few years now. Dracula's blood,
Yeah,
vampire
never
blood.
tried that.
That I'd heave. I'd heave off the smell of the fucking bottle, let alone vaping the cunt.
Fucking hell.
But
I've got to be honest. My favourite bakery, or you could call it bakery, is Butter Number 2. Jammy Dodger all day.
I've heard of that. I have heard of
Oh,
that. But
mate, it is so good. And I ploughed through this bottle of Super Good. And the baked line is brilliant. If any of you can get hold of it's Grim Greens and Homeboy OC's one, these are fucking incredible when they come to. But it's like what you say. It's like um, a light bakery. So it's not
yeah,
quite bakery. It's
yeah,
more like creamy. I suppose
yeah,
you
and I
can
think
say
that's
it.
better. I think that's better because I know it sounds stupid, but you don't. Well, I don't buy a cheesecake and you smell bakery straight away.
Yeah.
Does that make
You
sense?
need to
I
try
think.
Boule Bolu.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I
I
need
know
to.
you vaping. I've
Oh,
fucking heard of
I
it.
went through too many bottles of that. That's a banana cake. You
Yeah,
do get that bakery, but it's very much like a posh cake. There's lots of layers to it,
yeah.
so it all culminates in just a nice liquid, but it's not
It's
overpowering.
it's because I don't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how to mix. So I could probably mix. A single note strawberry. But
Yeah,
like I said, I think too many. There's that many juice companies out there, and I think a lot of them are. I'm sorry, but a lot of them are shit. They do it on the cheap. They use cheap shit, and they all just hammer a bit of strawberry in, hammer a bit of this in, then put that bakery note in, and then
yeah,
say, "Oh, it's bakery." It's fucking apple pie or it's fucking strawberry cheesecake. But
yeah,
like I says, I think you need to hold back. Well, I like it, the muted bakery note and then the custard coming in. Does
yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah. Some, but I do agree with you. But I do like a heavy as well, heavy bakery note, especially in the mornings with a coffee. That's the only reason that I carried on with bakery flavors. You're right, Jedi. Jedi's out in chat. It's his daughter's birthday today, so
Oh
happy
yeah.
birthday, Mackenzie. Um, yeah, because I started on bakery and I hated fruits. And then I done that for about 7 months, and I moved on to fruits. Then realised I still loved bakery, but more with like a coffee, because it sort of
Yeah.
complements. But when it comes to fruity flavors, my crack is that Homeboy Mango
Mango. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with mango.
or Bloom Cucumber Cantaloupe.
Yeah.
That sounds horrendous, I know, but
Yeah, I know you vape that. I do know that.
you need to get hold of some. When it's on the sale, I'll let you know. Get
You have to
yourself.
let me know. It's just I think when I started, I think problem I had is when I started vaping. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but you go into a vape shop and then you see all the fancy bottles everywhere. And yeah, it's up here. I know you should think really, but your eyes look at the bottom. Oh, we'll have that. We'll have that. And I've tried that many liquids, mate. I can't. One of them I got offline. I got about 10 bottles. Spent I think it's 50 quid. Got them in the house, and they were all fucking disgusting.
Oh, see, I was so lucky. I think I'm one of the few lucky ones. Well, when I started, the shop made their own, and that's why they let me try them all. That's why I ended up getting the strawberry cheesecake. And then when I lived up in Hammersmith, Evan, who owns Juice for Days, his shop was literally down the end of my road, and every liquid in the shop you could try.
Yeah, that's what you need, you see. The shops that I used to go to in the early days, because I didn't know everything, what I know now is they'd say, oh, give you a knuckle test, and they put a drop obviously on your knuckle, you lick the thing, and think, oh, that's not too bad. You sort of picked up the flavour, and then you vape the cunt, and it's
Yeah,
totally fucking different to what you fucking
it's
licking.
horrendous, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And then you learn. Then obviously I picked up and I learned and you get into it. And it's like now, if I went into a shop now and they wouldn't let me try it, I ain't buying it.
No,
Simple. If you don't let me try it, I'm not fucking buying it.
I've got to be honest. I do go through my issue is the sales, especially on like Juice for Days and stuff, where you can pick liquids that are like 15 quid up, and they're like 4 or 5 quid. You're like, oh, I'll give that
Yeah.
a go.
Yeah.
But I've got to be honest. You will get like if you get 4 or 5, you might find one that you're alright with. But I've been quite lucky. A couple of times I've had liquid that has been horrendous, but I found some good little ones like Odin's Oven. That whole line is incredible.
Yeah.
And I picked them up on the cheap. I think they were £5 a bottle for 120 mils.
Yeah. So you can't moan at stuff like that. You really
Yeah,
can't.
in the sale. So I thought, fuck it, I'll buy the whole line, and they were all amazing. And I don't like a couple of the flavors that had like raspberry. I can't do. but
Yeah.
they had a raspberry cream Danish pastry.
That don't sound too bad, to be fair.
It was incredible. And like
Yeah.
Donut King. Have you ever?
I've got Donut King. You want? Yeah, hang on.
You got the deep fried donut one. That's my favourite.
You know about that one?
No, that's not Donut King. That's Dinky Donuts, you plonker.
I was close. I was fucking close to getting there. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, that is proper custard.
What you need to get hold of is it's cheap. I think it's only still like £6 a bottle. It's called Deep Fried Donut by Donut King. Right? Do you remember when you was a kid and you went to the fun fair and you got the bag of donuts?
I know what you mean with all the sugar on top.
Yeah. Once you finish the donuts, you know at the bottom all the crumbs.
Yeah.
And you used to get your finger in there and go, it tastes identical to the crumbs.
Oh yeah.
First puff, you're like, oh shit, this is weird. But literally,
Sweet, isn't it?
no, it's like a burnt donut. Oh, it's really weird to explain, but it tastes identical to all the donut fried.
Yeah, I know what you
donut
mean.
bits at the bottom. I had a bottle of that and I plowed through it in a day. 100ml.
Shit, man.
I literally was like, just going at it all day. I couldn't put it down. And that's my problem. Coming back to all day vapes that I have. If I find a liquid that I really like, I abuse it.
No, I'm the same. To be fair, I like my all day vape is Congo Bongo, and I don't. That's it. That comes first before anything. Obviously, that's from Drip Packs. The liquid that I vaped for probably about a year and a half, day in day out, was off Dark Star, and that was Athena. I don't know if you've heard of it. Athena.
I've heard of it. I remember you showing it, telling me about it before.
It was
never.
Strawberry, kiwi, and bubblegum, and bump. No, I love it, mate. This, it's not overpowered by strawberry. It's a mixture. Obviously, the strawberry's in with the kiwi, so it's like that. And then you've got the back notes of the bubblegum coming through, and it just works. It works really well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had a horrendous bubblegum one, and it was by Gazillions. You might have
I've heard of that.
They made it look like the old Millions. Do you remember the old little sweets you used to get as a kid? It is the same packet, but they just changed it to Gazillions. Mate, it was horrendous, and it came in a 200ml bottle. I think I paid about £9 for it in the sale, and I had literally 2 or 3 vapes, and then I gave it away.
Yeah, I tried. I can't remember the company. You might remember it. 60ml bottles. They were shiny, all shiny. Drip something. Oh, I can't think of the name. Shiny bottles, drip something. And I had a couple of there. They were dear, about £12 for 60ml. They're fucking horrendous. Dirty.
It's
dirty shit.
See, I get, especially with that Gazillions, it was just pure chemicals.
Yeah, because you can taste it, can't you?
Yeah.
That's what I don't like.
It's like there's the Ultimate Puff line, which is really good. I really like their line.
They're like 2 minutes from my house. They are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you can get it's called Ultimate Puff on Ice. Their rainbow one is brilliant. They done an apple and mango one, which was really good. And the guy at work, that was his all day vape. He bought 4 bottles a week on the reg.
Wow.
They changed the recipe, and he bought the 4 bottles. He was like,
hated it.
He was like, my mouth's gone numb. It just tastes like bleach. So I tried it, mate. It was identical to what you'd think bleach would taste like. It turns out they changed the recipe.
Well, that's what I don't get. Once you got something good, why change it? I don't get why they do that. They do change it.
I can understand, like, if you take... Oh, Michelle B's in chat. Cheers for stopping by. Like, Overdrip. I don't know if Canadian guy. He's just released Testing Grounds, Uncle Chris Testing Grounds. So he's gone commercial now with his liquids. And he had to change his DIY liquids so it could be made commercial. Not much different, just changed up a little bit. So you can understand if you're going from, like, I don't know what you'd even call it, like a home brew, like a bathtub brew, to like a commercial line that you may have to change a little bit up just to.
I think you do, don't you? Yeah, to meet all the guidelines and everything.
Yeah. So I don't understand where if you're a commercial company and this liquid's selling left, right, and centre, and it's great, why would you then change the recipe? And I said to my mate, how many people have tried this and gone, oh, that's fucking great? Because we let about 6 people try it, and everyone's like, mate, what the fuck are you making me vape? That's horrendous.
Yeah, this is it, you see.
I spoke to Evan, the guy who owns Juice for Days that he bought it from, and he was like, everybody that's bought a bottle has brought it back.
Shit, man.
Yeah. And that stuff was going like hotcakes. You had to call him before you went over there to make sure he had it in stock.
No, it's the opposite.
Yeah, he's got too fucking many.
I would like to get into mixing myself. It's just having the time and then fucking learning. Because it's not, I don't think it's mixing's that easy as people make out it is. I really don't. I think if you're getting into 1 or 2 profiles, I think, you know, you play around with it. But you look at some juices, they've got like, you're going up into the 15s to the 20 different ingredients going into the one flavour. Do you know, it's not that easy, mate. And it's the way I look at it.
Quite a few times.
Well, just
every time, and I've said this so many times, every time I've done it, it's ended up smelling like mouldy forest and tasting even worse. They've been horrendous.
Well, this is it, isn't it?
Jay, or I think in the chat, his name's KVTV. He does the Coil show with me.
Yeah,
he's a mixer. He's on another show with Sifu, Uncle Chris, and Mitch, and they do a big mixing show. And the science behind it's all down to like percentages. Like I only just learnt that commercial liquids are always mixed at 20%, where you find all these DIYs are mixed at like 8%.
See, that's mad, isn't it?
So there's more layers and it's more like subtleties and stuff.
Yeah, it's bit of this, bit of that. It's everything. It's awkward. I think you've got to study it if you want to get into it. And I don't think, to be fair, I've got the patience to sit there and fucking line me 15 flavors up and a little bit of this, a drop of this, and a drop of that. I couldn't. I'd get carried away. I'd just be like, yeah, it's near enough. We'll have a bit of this. We'll have a bit of that.
Well, one of the guys on the show, Sifu, he's a fucking wizard with his liquid components and that. It was from watching the show. I started buying like these DIY bespoke liquids. Like,
yeah.
You pay a little bit more, but my God, do they taste a billion times better.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I couldn't believe it. Like he does it's called Kick It Root Down. It's a craft root beer. And it's it tastes like a high end root beer, and you can taste every note, every flavour. Oh mate, unbelievable.
See, this is it. I'd rather pay for somebody to make it for me now. I really would.
Yeah.
Rather than sit here doing it all, I'd get in a right fathom. I'd fuck it all up, mate.
Well, I know Jake Scrapwood was in chat. I don't know if he's still here, but he does. He makes his own liquids. He has an all-day vape. It's the only thing he vapes. He's made it himself. He does like 500. He makes them in like big 500ml bottles for him and his missus. Yeah. He gave me the recipe, and that's the only one that I make. And that's like a honey bourbon tobacco custard.
Yeah, that sounds pretty decent.
I think I've burned through about 800 mils of it.
Shit, man.
It is so good, and the longer you let it steep, I left it for about a month.
And yeah, it's better, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. The more time, it's like I always say with custards. I think, to be fair, you're meant to actually leave them about 6 months. It's like I know a lot of people say, 3 or 4 weeks. But I think if you leave them, I've heard people, and I've had a custard that got left for 6 months, and it tasted a hell of a lot better than what it did in 2 or 3 weeks. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I managed to get hold of Grim Green had a liquid called Jig, and that got discontinued like 2-3 years ago. I managed to get hold of some bottles that was 2 years out of date.
They're decent.
Oh mate. It was unbelievable. I was like, I love this. I've already plowed through a bottle. I've had to hide the other bottle with the back of my juice cover thing. But I don't think as long as the only issue you've got, I think English people are better off because we don't have liquid nicotine put in the liquid.
This is it, yeah.
You can leave it; it won't go off. But if it's got nicotine in it, you'll start tasting peppery and vile. Then that's when you got the issue. But I think us guys, as being in the UK, as long as you don't put nicotine in it, you're fucking fine. Just leave it in the corner.
This is what I mean. You're laughing.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. Just don't put the nicotine in. I don't anyway, unless I know I'm like when I get certain juices in, unless I know I'm physically going to vape them, I'll put nicotine in, then leave them obviously a few weeks. But if I've got juices in and I ain't too bothered about vaping them straight away, I'll just leave them and just don't put nicotine in until I'm ready.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because then if I put nicotine in, you're on a time scale then, sort of thing. You are, ain't you?
Massively. Well, to a point you are. You can leave it a while. You've got like a couple of months to vape it. But I always feel that it's like Jedi's in chat. It's just reminding me. I told him the difference between English and American liquids. Obviously, when we put our nicotine in, but if you leave it sitting overnight, you've got to give it a good shake every morning because it will separate otherwise.
Yeah.
And I think if you carry on doing that on a daily, you can make that nicotine liquid last a hell of a lot longer. And to keep it out of the sun so the nicotine don't oxidize. Yeah. That's when it starts getting all manky.
I just keep them out of light and sun and everything, innit? I always just put them at the back of the shelf. Light's not going to get there. Nothing's on it. It's in the room, and jobs are fucking good, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? No. What are you up to this week, then?
Still working on 10 core aliens.
Oh, yeah?
You know, like when you decide something to try and piss people off, you're like, I'm going to choose a challenge that's really fucking hard. So I chose it, and then Duchess and Jay fucking knocked it out straight away. Me, I'm fucking struggling. Massively struggling.
Really?
Oh, like seriously struggling. But I've got to the point now where I can lay down wraps, but they're spaced. Right. So now I've got to work on closing that gap down so they're actually usable. But them two, fucking day or the next day, yeah, look, I don't know, cheeky cunts. But yeah, I'm working on them. I'm working on getting my stock up because I'm going to be adding tomorrow tri-core staggered fuse Claptons and quad-core staggered fuse Claptons to the line.
Yeah.
So they're going to be a regular deal now, and I'm trying to work on some mouth-to-lung aliens as well.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot in the pipeline at the moment.
Have you got many already done, bottled up and done?
Getting there. I've been trying to, because the thing that I found is that I done a lot of backfilling, and then I sit there and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm cool. And next thing I know, I've got like 3 pairs left, and I'm like, fuck, I need to. So literally for the past couple of weeks, I've just been building to order.
Really?
Yeah, it's been that. Like, I've got 4 pairs of aliens here that I built. I wrapped them at 5 o'clock this morning.
Shit, man. See, I thought you'd be the opposite way round. I thought you'd have fucking stacks here. You know, all lined up stacks. 100 of them, 100 of them, 100 of them.
I used to, and then I got a bit complacent, thinking, no, I've got plenty. And then next thing you know, like, this is only one of my jars. Like, nada. That was full. Nada. All gone.
Shit, man.
So I have a jar of them for all the different types of coils.
Yeah, yeah.
And just make sure I fill them up. Oh, Chris Doyle's in the chat. Hello, mate. Yeah, so I'm sort of chasing my tail a little bit at the moment and adding new stuff to the line. It's got to the point of what I'm doing now is doing 10 a day of each. Just to try.
Yeah, it's having the time, isn't it?
See, I've got all the decals laid out on my table, ready to wrap. And I think what's helped is with my new drill, because I'm still using my old setup for wrapping.
How many coils? So if you're just doing, say, your aliens, you're doing a set of aliens.
Yeah.
How many of them could you do? If that makes sense. I'm not saying it
in one sitting.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
one sitting.
if I'm sitting here and I don't move, in about an hour, I reckon I could probably get 10 pairs.
Yeah, that's fucking good. That is.
But yeah, it's just it's a lot of work. And the
No,
thing
I
is,
get that. I get
I don't like rushing. I take my time over them
that.
because
Yeah.
I'll do my decors, and before I take them off, I get my macro lens out and I go over them to make sure there's no spacing. Then I pull
Yeah,
them
but
out.
I think the difference with yourself is doing them. You enjoy doing them, don't you?
Yeah, it is rage
Yeah.
inducing, but I think what I'm at the point now is where I've got the orders coming in and I'm building to order. I'm trying to build a little bit faster because when I'm
Yeah.
rapping, I go far. I can wrap aliens full speed on my drill, so it's not an issue. But then I take the time to go over all
Go
the
over them
wraps
and that.
with the wraps,
Yeah.
and then I take them off and check them again. And then I wrap them and check them again. And if I'm not right, they go in the graveyard. So these are all the coils that are not quite right.
Yeah, but would you use them? Would you personally use them?
See, they don't go to me because I don't use single coils.
Ah, yeah.
So a good mate of mine, he's the one who's sort of helped me. He convinced me to get into selling them. He only uses single coils. He's got a dual coil deck, but he only uses one coil. So he prefers a single coil. So all my ones because all the ones when I mean they got defects is when I'm wrapping there may be a little gap between a wrap, and I won't sell it.
Yeah.
So all them go to him.
Oh, that's fair enough,
So
isn't
I
it?
give all them to him because he's helped me out, and he's one of my testers as well. So when I get a new set of coils, I'll just give him a pair and say test these out for me
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. You
because
can't
he's a
argue
snob
with that.
vapor. I call him the snob.
Oh,
Oh, massively. He knows what he likes. If he's shit, he'll tell you, and that's what you really need in the tester.
yeah. I
I've
think
made
you got to be
loads. He's
honest, don't
gone,
you?
no, no, don't like
Yeah.
him. Well, why don't you like him? But he's very. If he doesn't like it, he will tell you why,
Yeah. You
which
can't
is
moan
what
at
you
that.
need.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just trying to fill up orders. I've reached. I might as well say it now because it's going to go on Instagram probably tomorrow morning. I've just passed 1,000 followers.
Have you?
Yeah,
You bitch.
I don't know how, but if any of you in chat, thank you for following me. I'm doing a 1K sale, 1,000 follower sale, and it's a pretty big sale, if I'm honest with you. I'll have to get it up on my phone because I'm going to say it and it's going to be completely fucking wrong.
Oh. When did you pass the 1,000 today?
Yeah, late last night.
You bastard.
I have no idea how it's happened, but where the fuck is it? Oh,
I
here we
need to go to
go.
the 1,000.
So if you buy 3 sets of coils, you get 1 free. You buy 5, you get 3 free. You buy 8, you get 5 free. If you buy 10, you get 8 free.
Is that pairs?
Yeah. Not single coils, you plonker. So
Shit, man.
yeah, that's and I will be at some point changing my pricings up to be a little bit more doable for shops. So I have got shops in the pipeline that I will be going full on commercial
Yeah,
quite
fair play,
soon.
mate. Fair play.
But my prices will be the same because the thing that what a lot of people have said, oh, they're really expensive, is that my prices include shipping as well.
Yeah, no, I'll be the first to admit there's people in the UK, coil builders, that charge more than you. And I've had their coils and I've vaped their coils, and their coils are no better than me fucking rapping. I'm saying that says something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm being honest. There's some people out there in the UK that sell coils, handmade coils, more than you by a few quid, about 3 quid more than what you sell them at.
Yeah.
And I'm being honest, they ain't nothing special at all.
Yeah.
You know, but people pay for them and people swear blind by them. But
Everyone's got
It's
their
one of them,
preference,
isn't it?
which I can completely understand. I can
Yeah,
completely
I get.
understand why people got their preferences. They've got their people they go to, and
Yeah,
I,
you know, we're all subjective, ain't we? We all
as
like
long as
what
you're
we
not
like.
smoking, I couldn't give a monkey's who you're getting from. As long as you're not smoking,
Well, this is it, isn't it? That's the end of the day. It's
yeah,
better than whoever coil you've got, even if it's a £2 fucking coil, it's better than fucking the cigarette, isn't it?
yeah.
You can't fucking argue with it. It's
So
just
yeah,
obviously you notice as you go along, you spend a little bit more money on coils, and you do notice the difference.
yeah,
I think
massively.
anyway, I really do.
But yeah, I should be going into shops like
No, that's good, mate.
not
That's what
not
you want.
not not soon, but soon.
Yeah,
So
that's fair play, isn't it? Can't
yeah, I
argue with
thought it
that.
was about time that I try and get it more easily available to people because I can understand if they have to go to my site, fill out the form. I know it's not too many more steps, but if you can get it in the same place you can get your liquid, you're gonna use it. Oh, fuck it, I'll just get these ones.
Yeah, no, I get
So
that. I do get that.
yeah, I'm in talks with a couple of shops that the prices won't change by much. It'll only be for a couple of quid. It's just because of shipping for this side.
Yeah.
But with that sale that's going on at the moment, you ain't going to get any deal like that anywhere else.
No,
So
you might
it's
as well go. You might as well just go for the £8 and get the 5.3. Well, you might as well, mightn't you? Come on.
yeah, and that'll do you for fucking years.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You ain't going to be buying coils anytime soon.
No, so yeah, that's going to be going up tomorrow morning. So you heard it here first. But yeah, I'm excited and I'm a prospect for the Merles Mods team. That's why their logo's up there. So shout out Merles Mods and the whole Merles Mod team. It looks like it's going to be a good laugh. And
Yeah, you go with it, mate. Fair play at the end of the
all my
day.
coils are built for mechs. So all my coils I've used on mechs.
Hmm.
So it sort of goes quite nicely with it, and it's an English company. So
Yeah, even better.
Chris
Even
L's
better.
back. Hello, mate. That's a long shit. But yeah, so for me, I think that's literally it. Oh, I've got a review, my one and only review that's coming up for the Vapor SO Lux 80. It's my first sub-ohm tank in over 4 years. And that
That's
is the
what.
only reason I grabbed it. I just wanted to taste the difference. See if I was missing out on anything.
You know.
That's it.
Obviously, no, but sub-ohm tanks obviously work for some people. Don't get me wrong. I just think personally, I don't think that once you're into your sort of RDAs and your RTAs, I don't think sub-ohms come close on flavour.
No.
I really don't. You know, they're better than pods. That's about it. I
See,
just
I've had a good pod, which was the Manic.
yeah, I can picture that now. I
The
can
little
picture that
Manic
now.
pod.
Yeah,
Do you know what? I really like that. And the E-Leaf P100. It
yeah,
looked sleek as fuck. It was noisy as fuck, but it gave such a good vape. Oh, because when I was doing all those reviews, like I think I ploughed through about 15 reviews back to back, and I think quite a lot of them was pods. I really struggled picking it up to use it.
Mhm.
I've been, oh, fuck, I've got to use this. That one came everywhere with me.
It's mad, isn't it? It is mad.
It was so nice to vape, but as soon as I got home, I was straight back to the mechs.
Yeah, this is it. You see.
But where I don't vape out and about in the streets and shit, I only vape when I'm driving, or if I before I go in the shop, I'll get the missus out of the car. And go, give me 2 seconds. I'll have a couple of puffs, and then leave it in the car. The whole spending your day with it, I don't really do. So
Yeah.
I only use it in where I would use a device.
See, I'm different. You see, I'll vape here, there, everywhere. But constantly fucking vaping.
See, at
I
work,
am.
we've got a few. I've managed to convert 4 people now in my office from smoking to vaping, So our smoking area is just like fucking what is it? Stars in their eyes as you walk out. It's just fucking haze everywhere. I still stand right up the back.
Nah, sod that. I stand at
Yeah.
the front, mate.
No, I
Closest to the door possible.
can't do it.
I don't know. It's a little bit different for me. I'm well, at work. I've got the pleasure, obviously, if I want to, whenever I want to vape, I can just vape. I haven't got a. I'm not on a time scale, if you get what I mean. I'm just
Yeah.
on my own boss, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So if I want to go and vape, I vape. So every sort of half hour, 40 minutes, I'll always go out and have a vape. It might be a mouth to lung vape, and then I'll have a direct lung. That's why I'm constantly vaping. I think
Yeah.
because I'm allowed to at work, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
With the amount of looks, obviously, I still get, obviously, with all the vapor that's coming out, I've got people that are ducking it, that are moving out of the way, and you just stand there and you think, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean?
See,
And the look
I
you
was
get.
I was the same with smoking though. That's the thing. I was always the same. See, I'd always cut the cigarette in my hand, so I wouldn't burn anybody or nobody knew I was smoking. I'd be like,
The only thing I
uh,
remember, obviously, with smoking, obviously, I started out on cigarettes, and then eventually I went over to unbelief in tobacco. I used to really enjoy rolling one.
yeah, I
I've
loved rolling.
rolled it. It's like people used to say, "Oh, how come you ain't pre-rolled like 20 or something like that?" So I'm pre-rolling. I roll as I want, and I used
Yeah,
to enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And
I
that's
used to do the same. I used to roll
I
one on
wow, miss
drive.
that. I miss it so much. It's mad. I
Uh,
could. I think it. It's just a shame I don't know no one that will smoke but can't roll, and then I'd roll it.
I still
Sounds
roll people's
stupid.
cigarettes at work. We got a woman
Yeah,
that's turned on to rolling tobacco because it's cheaper. She smokes like a fucking chimney.
but it's the
40 a
enjoyment,
day.
isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
I
the
love it.
enjoyment.
To sit there and I can still roll it.
Yeah,
But do you know what? The smell of tobacco makes me feel sick.
I love it. I love the smell of tobacco, and I can't even with the net tobacco juices that I'm vaping now. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy them, but I still they haven't got that smell as of the tobacco, if that makes sense. That strong
It is too much for
smell.
me. I can't do it. And
Well, I could if it's at 3 milligram. I don't three. Well, mouth to lung wise, I'm vaping it either 3 or 6.
yeah,
And the closest one, like I said, I think I said before, the strong taste is like the Cuban off Zeus juice.
yeah,
That's the strongest taste and smell I've got at the minute. Well, not personally at the minute, but
yeah.
before COVID, that I enjoyed that matched the vaping experience.
Okay. Well, we've got a Ukrainian bloke at work, and he smokes these Ukrainian cigarettes. It's so strong, you can't breathe. You're like, oh fuck, mate, that is so strong. He's like puffing away, lights one off the other one. It's like, mate, I don't know how you do it. But at the same time, I used to smoke any cigarette. I never used to care what it was. I never
Oh, I
used to be
did.
able to smell it.
Mate, I remember when I used to have silk cut and then used to get my Rizzler, tear my Rizzler, lick it to put it around because silk cut had all them little holes
Yeah.
in on the butt just to get rid of it to make it stronger because they were that weak. You'd be like nothing for days and you couldn't get nothing out of it. You used to wrap the whole thing up with Rizzler.
Oh, I used to smoke black sovereigns.
They were all right. They were all right.
Roth,
I used to have
Rothmans.
Lambert and Butler.
Oh,
They were the best. They were the best.
it's good
You know
old
what I
days,
mean?
but I'm happy that I don't smoke no more.
No, I am the same, mate. I am the same. So, what have you got coming up this week? What shows you got?
Next week we have Codename Wired. I know Duchess is in chat, so I'm gonna get this completely wrong. It is Duchess. Can you put the time in chat? There you go. Smashed it.
Has he?
So
Yeah, hasn't it?
1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 9 p.m. British Summer Time for Codename Wired. And then we've gone live with Across the Pond now, and we've got another co-host, Angela Garrity. She was a writer for Vapor magazine, another vaping magazine. I can never remember the name of it. I think it's Vape Around that she used to write for. She was a writer for Death Wish Coffee. She's been here, there, and everywhere. So she's from Texas. A lovely woman. She's now our third. So there's three of us now: me, Josh, and Angela. So we had our first live last week. So we got another one next week with that. Next week with that. So that'll be great fun. So apart from that, that's the only two shows I've got this week. Thankfully, I don't have any more. But yeah, no, it's good fun. I love jumping on a bit of YouTube. These YouTube shows are good fun, and I love this show. This is just getting on, chatting shit, have an occasional topic,
having a laugh, chatting shit.
Coil Building show's getting good because, especially with the issues that they're having in America and all that lot, everybody's trying to turn to be able to build their own coils. So to have a show dedicated just to coil building, and we talk about build rigs, how to get into it, all these different bits about it. It's good fun to get back to basics and to help all these new vapors. And I love seeing people that haven't built coils before, and they're putting up pictures of like their aliens and that. Oh, it's great fun. So that's good fun.
All about, isn't it? Having a laugh.
And Across the Pond's great because we just talk about differences between the US and the UK, and we talk shit about food, talk about films, everything and anything. And there's some good shit coming on that. So yeah, it's good fun. I'm enjoying it. What you got coming up? Any good reviews? Anything shit coming our way?
Obviously, I'm on Nature Vape's show on a Tuesday in the UK, 8:30 over on Nature Vape's channel. Got that coming, obviously, every Tuesday with that. I enjoy that. That's a bit about mainly vaping, but other things as well. So that's a cracking show. Then obviously I got reviews coming up, but I'm more of a review-wise. I don't plan anything. I don't sit here say I'm going to review this. I just get a bunch of stuff, and then come that day, I'll just think I'll put this out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't sit here and give myself set days. Like I'd done that, and I ended up getting fucking COVID.
Yeah.
Well, sod that, it all went tits up then. But no, I think this week I'll probably do the Ether RTA, because obviously I've been using that for a while now. So I sort of got all that to come, and I'll probably put that out. No, the plan was obviously I like to do hardware and juices, but the problem, I can't do fucking juices because I can't fucking taste them. So I'll be bullshitting all day long that it tastes like this, and this. And I can't do it. So that's just going to have to wait. Juices are just going to have to wait at the minute because I have got quite a few juices in to review, but I just can't taste them. So I'll just go with the flow, mate.
Yeah.
As the week comes, I'll go with the flow. I've been vaping this for X amount of weeks, so I'll review it. I always test it. I don't just buy it and then just review it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I do test them and then I'll review it. So most of the stuff that I review have been tested for 3 or 4 weeks anyway.
And your one about the Death Wish isolation tank, I am seriously considering getting my hands on one of them.
Like I said in the review, cracking tank, you've got to remember 3 years old, and you've got to put into, like I said, pointed out with flavour wise, you've got to put in perspective. It's 3 years old, and it's better than half the shit that's out right now.
Yeah, I am really considering getting my hands on one of those.
You know, very easy to wick, coil, everything like that. The only negative, like I said, pointed out, was if you fancy a bubble glass, which it does plough through your 2 mil juice, is the bubble glass is more than the tank. And I could only find it in Belgium, the actual bubble glass, and to get it shipped here was close to 30 quid.
Fuck.
For a bubble glass, which is a couple of quid. Naturally, if the tank come out today, you'd be looking at a couple of quid to get the bubble glass. So you're looking at 30 quid just for the glass. And I think somebody else had a look for me, a subscriber. They were interested and they sort of had a look. And I think they found the tank, not the glass in Canada. And that was, again, it was over 20 quid.
It's ridiculous.
So you've got to weigh it up, ain't you?
Yeah.
Of course it's worth it. Don't get me wrong.
Do you know what might be a good shout? You might be able to mix and match because, like the old smock tanks, they're about roughly the same size, and they always come with extra bubble glass. You might check the diameter of it, and you might be able to pick one of those up for cheap.
This is it. I need, because I've got obviously the tanks around. I've got quite a lot of bubble glasses for different stuff around here. I need to get it out and have a look. But it's definitely a decent tank. It's even better on a Mac mod.
Ooh.
That's what I tend to do. I have it on normally at home. I've got it on the Reborn.
Yeah.
And it's banging for me. Banging. You know. So that was the first review I did after obviously COVID, and that made that review killed me. I was stopping every minute because I was sweating like sweat. My tits were sweating. I was like, okay,
fucking hell.
Stop it and carry on. Stop it, carry on. That was done that obviously having COVID, and I suffered.
You ain't gonna do that again.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, it's a good tank. That's what I try and because obviously 99% of the stuff I buy, and I don't just want all new stuff. I don't.
Yeah, you like having a mixture.
Yeah, a bit of this, bit of that, something that interests me. And I really do find a lot of the tanks, a lot of the RDAs are better back then, 2 or 3 years ago than now. You know, and that's my opinion. I think there's only so far you can go with them, and it all comes down really in the end about airflow, personally.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So you fucked me with that Washington vape. I signed up, and that email comes from like, oh, I like that. I nearly bought fucking Bonza for £1.
You should have bought it.
And I was like, well, I saw it and I was like, okay, I'll get that later on. I went back literally like an hour later, nothing.
Yeah, you got to get it, mate, when it's hot. Like the pound things, I got 5 things for £1. Yes, don't get me wrong, but they're 2-3 years old.
Yeah.
But I haven't. Obviously, I only did the one review, but I've still got to try the rest of them. But for £1, if they're good, bonus. If they're shit, it's £1.
Yeah,
it's £1.
You're not really losing out too much,
No.
are you?
And
they had the ether for a couple of quid on there, and then I think it was like 2 weeks later, it's gone back up to like 30 quid. It's like fucking lucky.
That's what I mean. You need to jump on it. And that's
I really
what I
should
did.
have got that Bonza because I still haven't tried the Bonza, and I wanted the Bonza kit when it first came out.
Yeah, I eventually got I got the original Bonza, and then I got the Bonza V 1.5.
Yeah,
which is better. It is better. And then obviously I got the kit. The only thing I didn't get that I do need to pick up when I can is obviously the mech mod. He done it with the stack section as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
I can never get my hands on the stack piece. I looked everywhere. You'd have to keep an eye out because I couldn't get it at all. And I thought, you bastard. But no, the Bonza, the V 1.5 is better.
Yeah, that's what it was on there. It was £1.
Yeah, you got it.
And I saw it, and they had the black one in there, and they had the copper and silver. And I was like, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to get all three. I thought, right, I'm a bit busy. I'll do it in a minute.
Yeah, you've got to jump on it, mate. There is deals when you look at them. It's like I picked up the other day the glass for the ether.
Yeah.
You know, 4 mil, so you got the free glass.
Oh, you got the glass back in the end.
Yeah, £4. I got it for £4, mate. See, you can't go wrong for £4. No, that's the fucking tank itself. Yeah. £4.
£4, and I thought I got a bargain for £27 for the both.
I paid £11 for them both.
Such a little shit.
You got it, mate. You've got to.
But mate, if you can find the deals, it's like people turn around and say, "Oh, this shit's really expensive to get good stuff," and it just proves that fucking you look hard enough, you're gonna find it cheap.
Yeah, I think if you let it die down, let it, obviously when something new comes out, it's all hyped up and everything. Once it starts dying down and it's not selling that well, because I don't think, in all fairness, I don't think the ether sold very well. Because if you look everywhere now, I see it £8, £10.
Do you know what? In the US, it sold. The US, it sold really well.
Yeah, where the UK it hasn't, has it?
No.
at all, because if you look at on some sites, if you look at how much, I can't remember what site it was, but I looked on the other day to see about how much it was when I got the glass, and the glass was £4, and then it got obviously the ether RTA
Yeah.
in stock 3,500. So
Shit.
they can't. Hence why it's fucking £8
Yeah.
because they want it gone, don't they?
Fucking hell.
So it says it all.
And E-Cig One's got a fucking great deal at the moment. You can get the Abyss for $68.99.
Yeah, I've seen that. I did see that, but and then you've got to buy everything to go with it, though, ain't you?
Josh has just got the Vaping Jedi. Has just got the Ether bridge for it.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's better than the Ether.
Shit, man.
I'm still looking at it. I don't
know.
But the thing is, I'm at a position where I'm happy with everything I've got.
Yeah, this is it. Do you want to spend money for the sake of it?
Yeah, especially as I've got a kid coming along. I've got to be really careful now.
Yeah. I wouldn't jump on it. I wouldn't jump on it yet, anyway.
I'm like a fucking meerkat with anything. It's like the Suicide by Suicide Mods. I fucking want one of them. I want a Death Wish mod mech, the stack mech, the old ghost ship. Try and find one of them second hand. They're still going for like 200, 300 quid.
Yeah. This is what it means. Having the fucking
it's way too much money.
Right, what time are we on? Oh, we're on 11.
Fucking hell. Chat too much shit. But before we finish, I want to say a big thank you to Anthony Ramella, who's owner of Shake and Bake Media. You need to head over to him for any of your multimedia needs. He's a cracking guy. He will help you out as much as you can. He done the intro picture for us. He's done everything for Codename Wide. He's done across the pond as well. So thank you, Anthony Ramella, for everything you do for us and the community as a whole. Can I say, pardon me, a big thank you to Tree of Life Mods, one of our sponsors, for just producing fucking amazing box mechs. I want to say thank you to Merle's Mods. Big shout out to them. And a huge shout out to Nature Vapes. This is one of Jackson's guys. So head over to his shop for all your vaping needs, including billet box stuff. So
got a fantastic collection of billet box stuff. And obviously with Nature Vape, I will point out to anybody, if you're not obviously with Nature Vape, most of the people in the UK, most of the vapes in the UK know Marc over from Nature Vape. He's more about helping than selling, if that makes sense. He don't force you into buying anything. He'll always answer your questions to buy things, and very helpful guy, very knowledgeable guy, especially on the vape scene. If you're not sure on anything, he'll always help you out with the answer. So always head over to Nature Vape for me, and that's about it on my end. And massive thank you to absolutely everybody in chat. It's nice to see people in chat and having a little discussion. Obviously, I'm a bit slow on the uptake. I can't do chat and talk at the same time. It just goes.
Yeah, my multitasking is talking and pissing you off at the same time. That's about the extent of mine.
I can't do it. I'm looking like this. I can't slow down. But no, massive thanks to everybody in chat. Massive thank you for coming across and giving us a watch.
Do you want to go shout your stuff out? Shout your shit?
Yeah, no, there's only two people I'll shout out, and one obviously we've mentioned, which is Marc over Nature Vape. Anything vape-wise, online store. From billet boxes to the lot, mouth-long tanks, RTAs, coils, everything like that. Head over to Nature Vape, very respected UK vape company, and he's a fellow vapor himself, and he knows his stuff. And the second one is Eric over at SimSig, and you'll more likely find Eric, aka SimSig, on Instagram. So he's again a very helpful guy. And that's me done my end.
Well, are you not going to plug your shit?
Well, yeah, but yeah. Well, obviously, being I've had fucking COVID, I've only for fucking 2 weeks, so yeah, I've only put one review out, and that was the isolation tank, which is obviously definitely check it out. The isolation tank from Death Wish Mods, definitely worthy RTA, definitely worthy, and pisses, and I mean pisses on most of the RTAs that are out today. Do you know what I mean? Pisses on, and at the end of the day, you got its quality as well. You're looking at an RTA that was made probably 3 years ago. The quality of the RTA is cracking quality, cracking vape. Check out the review, Jackson Vape. And if you want to be even nicer, get me over 1,000 followers on Instagram. And that's it.
Oh, Chris Doyle's put all your links in chat. Thanks, Chris.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Chris. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Good man. Well, if you want any coils, head over to the Cloud Cartel UK.com and hit the coils tag, and there's an order form there. Fill it out, send it across. Keep your eye out for tomorrow because the sale's only going to be going up for a week. There will be additional sales on there as well. I haven't given everything away, so keep your eye out. There's also merch over there, so head over and show some love and start repping the show. Check out everybody in chat, follow them, give them all like, share that love, and until next time, stay safe,
vape safe.